Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Audrey. If you're returning, welcome back. So it's 9:45 at night and I am starting to decorate for tomorrow. If you missed my last decorate with me, I started, but I have a long ways to go. I'm gonna show you everything that's behind me on the table. I kind of laid it all out. And if you have been with me before, you know that I like to decorate once the girls are laying down in bed. And tonight was just a later night. I had to run to the store to get one more thing. And so starting a little bit later than I had planned to, but I'm sure it's gonna get all done. I usually stay up really late the nights that I have to prep everything. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I start off by showing you everything that I purchased for Halloween this year. My daughter and I went to the Dollar Tree, and a little bit of this stuff is from Walmart, and picked all of these things out, and we had so much fun doing that. If you missed that video where I show you everything, I will link that in the cards above, so go ahead and check that out. If you're new here to my channel, welcome. My name is Audrey, and I do have a 2- and 3-year-old little girls, and they really were kind of bummed this year that Halloween was gonna be different, so I decided to throw a little party, similar to my parties that I throw for their birthdays. So if you like those type of videos, I do have a few others. If you guys are interested in seeing those, go ahead and check those videos out. But I absolutely love party planning and sharing it with you guys, and it seems that you guys love seeing these videos as well. I went ahead and started by blowing up a ton of balloons. It takes a lot of balloons to make a balloon arch, and Royce, our puppy, who's a French bulldog, loves to play with all the balloons or just jump around in them. How I make my balloon arch. I know that there's so many kits out there, and I'm sure that it saves more time to do like a kit, but this is just the way I've always done it. So, okay, so let me show you how it's done. Tying a string around the door is just a lot easier for me. It's like somebody helping me without anybody's help. This time I actually did this entire balloon arch, hung it up, and did everything myself for the party. Sometimes I have a helper, or Corey likes to help me with hanging up the balloon arch, but this night everyone kind of went to bed early and I just did this way later than I had planned to. So all together the balloon arch did take me around, I would say, 2 hours or so. This part goes really quickly, and I try to mix around the colors. Sometimes I get like the same color close to each other's, and I notice later, and you could just turn the balloons at that point. But I do try at the beginning here to scatter the colors, and these colors were just so easy to mix. And when you make your bundles of 3, I just choose 3 different colors if I am using a lot of different colors, and I was for this balloon arch. So I absolutely love the way this turned out, and stay tuned because I do add a little bit of something different to it, and I think it just helped tie the entire theme together. If you're going to have to do this alone, go ahead and take a string, and you're gonna want, I use thumbtacks, some type of way to attach it to the wall. I started in the middle. I tried to guess where the middle was, but this is a pretty large one, so I messed up and chose a little on the side, but it's okay. I cut it later and I fixed it. It was no big deal. You can easily cut the string off the bottom and like tape it to the other side. Guys, I had straightened my hair. Look at my hair. It reminds me of one of those like glass balls with the electricity inside of it. But I thought it was kind of funny to see my hair go real crazy there. So I just did this. It took a little bit of time, not too bad, but overall I think that this turned out really well. Let me know, have you guys made a balloon arch before? Okay, I think this wall is a perfect wall to go ahead and hang a backdrop, so I love doing this, and I realized this is so spooky. Whoa! Didn't that scare anybody else? I will be honest, I was not expecting her to look that scary, and sure enough, my 2-year-old, Anovalee, was quite scared of this spooky witch. This was such a fun backdrop to do and hang up, so easy. This is actually supposed to cover a door, but I always use these inside my house and just make a fun backdrop to take pictures in front of. Stay tuned at the end. I do show you quite a bit of pictures, and I just love the way everything turned out. I felt like the top of it needed a little bit of something, so I hung up this creepy cloth, and then I took a bunch of my extra streamers. I always keep these after every single party, so I have quite a bit of colors, and I picked colors out of the backdrop that I liked, and I hung them up on the wall. I always make like a little loop-de-loop and put it on the back, and then I twist them, put a loop-de-loop at the bottom, and I think that this adds the perfect little touch to any wall, any party. It really pulls things together. I hope that if you guys have not tried this before, that you guys try it, because this is one of my favorite things to do for birthday parties or baby showers or holidays. Okay, if you watched my last decor video with part of the Halloween decorations, I took about 3 hours hanging up this cobweb and it all fell down. So I decided, let's try something different. I bought these little clips, I would call them. It's like a little tiny hook, and I attached those to the wall, and I used smaller pieces of cobweb and pulled them apart. I was so bummed that everything fell down. I used double-sided tape, and that was not strong enough to hold up all the cobweb. And it was kind of frustrating because it had taken so long to do. but redoing it did not take me long at all. This was way better, and if I do this next year, I will definitely be using these again. And one tip that I have for you guys is to never work with a huge bunch. Make sure and cut apart some of the cobweb if it is too big of a bunch. So you'll see I had a huge bunch, I cut it, and it's a much easier amount to work with when you're trying to stretch and pull and then put them on these hooks. So I like that this time I wrapped it around and I kind of just made it like a walkway instead of the entire front area there. And honestly, this was such a little spooky entrance. I love the way it turned out, and I put a little spider hanging down, which was kind of funny because I think people thought he was falling, but my idea was that he was kind of making the web, and he was just coming down to greet people. So let me know, what do you guys think of this cobweb? Am I so crazy for doing it a second time, or would you guys have done the same thing? Okay, once I was done with hanging up all the cobweb, I went ahead and started making 2 different types of cupcakes. If you're new here, my daughter has some allergies, so I mixed the recipe and I changed up the eggs for applesauce, and I added in the sprinkles. This is my own version of confetti. Since the confetti has milk in the ingredients, I have to make my own. I found this perfect mix of colors for the witch themed party. All of these cute little Halloween cupcake liners, some of them I had and some of them I purchased this year. I love keeping old cup liners and just kind of using them every year. I think that it's fun to have a mixture, and so I went ahead and filled all of those cupcakes, threw them in the oven, and this one is my bigger cupcake tin and I have a smaller one, so it was perfect to be able to make them both that night. I always make the cupcakes at night and then I decorate them the morning of the party. I just find that this works a little bit easier for me. So Corey wanted chocolate cupcakes. That's his absolute favorite. The super moist German chocolate cake mix is so moist and delicious. So this one I did go ahead and make it regular with the eggs, and my daughter was not able to try these, but that was okay because she wanted the confetti ones anyway. I actually really like this cake box as well, so it was perfect because I had both the confetti and the chocolate cupcakes to eat. I have such a bad sweet tooth. Anybody else with me, I think I love to have dessert just about every single night. I went ahead and added Boo and a little bit of the bats after the cupcakes were done cooking, and I think that this just was the perfect little tie to my balloon arch where there are bats as well, and my daughter loved that little Boo sign, so I wanted to make sure to use that in part of the decorations, and what better place to put it than somewhere where we're taking pictures and we'll be able to see it all the time. like this corner was a little bit plain, and so I decided to just hang up another banner that I had, which is these cute little witch's feet and the brooms on my pantry, and it really helped tie in the entire space. I like to make sure that decorations are kind of spread out. So I went ahead and I took apart my other banner, which this was totally a last minute thought. I never thought, you know, I was gonna add anything to it, but that night I just came up with this. Looking at it, I wanted to have the balloon arch, have the witches kind of had fallen into the balloon arch is my thought, and I just absolutely love the way this turned out. It was such a cute idea. I really was struggling with where I wanted to hang this banner, so I'm glad I was able to just take it apart and still use all these little witches' feet to decorate the balloon arch. After that, I had put a tablecloth up, put my candy bowls back, and my big old plant, which I thought was just the perfect type of plant for Halloween. I hung up these little tiny ghosts that were dressed as witches, and I love those. And I put a spooky spider right in the plant. I absolutely love the way everything turned out. It was so fun to see the girls' reaction in the morning. The witch was definitely spooky. And that next morning, I went ahead and I started off by frosting all the cupcakes. I will be honest that this day ended up being so packed jam that I did not get as much content filmed as I would have wanted, but that's okay. I just wanted to share with you guys how the cupcakes turned out. I always like to mix two colors, so I did chocolate and I did purple frosting. And then I went ahead and put some colorful sprinkles on, and then I added rings. This is the easiest way for me to decorate cupcakes and kind of make it look almost store-bought. The rings were so fun. They were orange, black, and purple. So it was perfect mix of all the party colors, and I absolutely love all my little trays that I got, most of them from the dollar store. I had made some chili, and so these are all the little sides that I had laying out for people to enjoy. A veggie tray, some fruit, all the snacks, and honestly, a hot bowl of chili is just what we needed. It was absolutely freezing cold on Halloween for us, and people were able to just enjoy something warm and all the fun decorations and some activities. I hope you guys all had a happy Halloween, because we sure did. Okay, so I have my whole costume on, and like the balloon arch, and we are about to trick or treat. We had their little friends over from daycare earlier, and it was so fun. They did so many little activities. Some of the cupcakes there, and then they did an activity. It was so much fun. They also made those spooky spiders, so if you haven't seen that in a previous vlog, I'll go ahead and put that in the cards for you guys to watch. But I am just obsessed with this whole look. I cannot wait. We're going trick-or-treating at a few places, and then we'll come home and just hang out as a family. Like I said earlier in the video, I did not get a chance to do anything else this afternoon. It was absolutely packed full of fun, and so I just wanted to jump on here and say thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not already subscribed to my family, please consider subscribing, liking this video. It really helps my channel. guys so much for watching. Bye.